Hello again, Facebook friends. Trying again to do a belated Facebook Live. I hope I can see some comments. If you see this, you're one of my early folks logging in, please type a comment, even if it's just a thumbs up, an emoji, just so I know the comments work, because there's this stupid Facebook Live glitch. It happens all the time. It drives me crazy. It just happened where I start a live, everything is set right, and it doesn't show me the comments, and it drives me crazy. And as a workaround, I can always log into my laptop, but that's not ideal because there's like a major lag. So I'm praying and crossing my fingers and hoping that comments work. So there's already 21 of you on here. So somebody please drop a girl a comment so I can see. And let me turn the sound off here because it's going to make a weird noise. And if you do watch this on YouTube later, I do post my lives later. I see comments on here, but not on here. God, Facebook, you drive me crazy. Well, anyway, I guess I'll just be doing double duty here. Anyway, hi, Penny and Melinda and Scott. Oh my gosh, these comments go super fast. So anyway, if you watch this later on YouTube, I'm going to mention lots of keywords. Those don't work on YouTube. It's a Facebook thing. But those of you watching right now live, actually on Facebook, if I mention a keyword, you can comment. For example, if you want to know information about travel insurance, you can comment sneezy, S-N-E-E-Z-Y, and I'll send you information on travel insurance. If you want information on being a travel agent, comment the word mystery, M-Y-S-T-E-R-Y, and I'll send you that information as well. But if you watch this later recorded on YouTube, these keywords don't work, but I will drop the links down below. But anyway, I just got home from Alaska. Actually, I say I just got home, but I realized it's been almost a week I've been home, but it doesn't feel like it. And I turn around and I actually head out for my next cruise on Friday and doing something I haven't done in about a year now, which is MSC. So I've not been the biggest fan of MSC. I tell folks don't cruise MSC old ships, but their new ships are lovely. And I will be sailing not just a new ship, but their biggest, newest, fanciest baller ship, which is MSC World America. So I'm excited to share all my information with that. Hi, Matthew from Dallas. Nick, you got COVID on your cruise. I don't think you can sue anybody, but I got flu twice this year. I had the best run. I had like 34 cruises, never ever any like serious illness. And I got flu on my birthday cruise on Mardi Gras in February. And then I got the flu again, the same strain, which I'm like, how does that even happen? Flu A both times on Jubilee in April. So that really sucked. So anyway, I do see your comments, unfortunately, on here, not here. Facebook, fix your shit. But anyway, I do have some drawings I'm going to do. I'm going to draw for the Bahamas rum cakes. And actually my friend Simon was going to try to pop on. So he might be on here. He's the owner of Bahamas Rum Cake Factory. So if you go to Nassau, you get off the ship, you exit the terminal, make a left. It's like a, 10-minute walk right there on the right. Can't miss it. The best rum cakes. I'm normally not a rum cake person because I think rum cakes taste too rummy, but these are just right. So go check those out. But one of the things that I am drawing for is a 6-pack of Bahamas rum cakes sent directly to your house from my friend Simon in the Bahamas. Matthew, my favorite cruise line, although they're pushing me, my favorite cruise line has historically been Carnival, but they pee me off. So there are changes with their loyalty program. Although I don't know if you saw my video, they just announced they're switching from Pepsi to Coke products. I'm not a soda drinker, so I don't really care. I do like Mellow Yellow. I doubt they'll carry that though. I think that's like a Southern thing, fellow Southern folks. I'm like Midwestern Southern. So the only soda I do sometimes drink, sometimes I'll drink a Fanta, but Mellow Yellow. And so I doubt they'll do Mellow Yellow, but if they do, I will be happy about the switch to Coke. But if they do Freestyle, I feel like Freestyle has like everything. So we shall see. But I'm going to do a drawing for Bahamas Rum Cake Factory Cakes, 6-pack. I'm going to do a drawing for the Fugly Backpack. And I'm going to be doing a drawing for some of the little plastic luggage tags that you use on cruises. So I have 4 drawings. If you didn't enter, it is too late. The drawing period is over. And I will do more. I'm going to do another freebie Friday. I'll do one this Friday. So stay tuned for that. GB, I have not done Margaritaville at sea yet. I said that was the one cruise line I absolutely will not sail. But I kind of want to do it for funsies, right? I'm like, could it really be that bad? Could it really be that bad? And every time I say that, people are like, yes, Melissa, it is really legitimately that bad. But I go and see things like with a positive mindset, and also I think try to level set expectations. So I feel like if I go on Margaritaville, I'm also thinking of doing it like as a girls cruise, like so with some of my girlfriends. And I'm not a big drinker. I do drink sometimes, but like actually making this like kind of a little bit of a turn up girls trip cruise. And just know things are going to be bad in some cases, but you're just going to have fun. And we're just going to go to the ports and to be on a cruise ship. So, we'll see. But my fall is so booked up. I have a cruise like every 3 weeks, and I do teach online. I was going to teach in person, and thank God a few weeks ago, right when I was heading to Alaska, my department head emailed me. She's like, you have 2 in-person classes in the fall, but we had somebody drop out for the online version. Would you be willing to do it? I'm like, don't ask me twice. Absolutely. So I now have it taught in person in basically like 2 years, like 4 semesters, which is crazy. But teaching online allows me to cruise as often as I do. So I was super excited. So I'm going to try to squeeze a Margaritaville one, and we will see. Mark, Celebration Key. So Mark says, what do you think about Celebration Key and their $15 charge for the slides? I think that's BS. And I'm telling you guys, Carnival, you working my nerves. The loyalty program change really ticked me off. I worked really hard to get to platinum. My daughter was so excited to hit gold last year, and she's pretty close to platinum. And to basically just rip that away and be like, oh, now you got to pay. And here's the ironic thing. I spend so much money in the casino. I'm actually not going to have a problem. I'll probably hit diamond, actually. That's probably a better way for me to hit diamond because I'm such a disgusting, wasteful spender. I'm always honest, you guys. But it's the principle of the thing. It's like Carnival. You're just like crapping all over, your loyal people, and you shouldn't have to pay to play like that. It should be, and we still pay, right? You're paying for the cruises. It's BS. So Carnival's ticking me off, but I do have my cruise after MSC World America. So this Friday I head out MSC World America. Somebody said, where are you going? I'm going to Puerto Plata, which I'm excited because I haven't been in, 10 months. Which I go there a lot. So that's like a long gap of time for me to not be there. And I booked my guy, Angel, one of my favorite, I love my private drivers. One of my private drivers. Hi, Wendy. Because in Puerto Plata, the taxis are stupid expensive. And he is cheaper than a taxi. And we're docking at Amber Cove because it's, actually, no, wait a minute. We're going to be at Taino Bay because we're on MSC. I like Taino Bay a lot better. So there's 2 ports in Puerto Plata. There's Amber Cove, which is Carnival Cruise Line, Carnival Princess Holland, such and such, right? And then there's Taino Bay, which is everybody else. So Taino Bay is great because you can just walk to Umbrella Alley, and there's a beach, Playa de Pueblita. Not the best beach. But I do have my driver, even though Taino Bay has stuff to do there, including a tiny little free lazy river. I think it's much better than Amber Cove. And Amber Cove is so far away if you want to get out of the port, which I always recommend people do, that you do have to book a driver. But Angel is my guy in Puerto Plata. He's cheaper than a taxi in most cases, depending on where you want to go. I got him lined up, and I'm going to try something different in Puerto Plata I have never done before. So stay tuned for that. And then we are also going to Ocean Key, which is probably my favorite private island. And then we have one more. Puerto Rico. Not my favorite. San Juan. Probably one of my bottom 3 cruise ports, but every cruise port's a good cruise port. I might try El Yunque Rainforest. It's further off the beaten path because the downtown, I've been there so many times. Like, I don't need to see more forts. Like, no offense. I actually have some friends that live in Puerto Rico, and I was like, gotta tell me something to do other than the forts and just the downtown. Like, I need something else to do. Oh, hey, Kelly. My booking partner, Kelly, is on here, so she'll help me pop in and answer questions. But Donna, my experience with MSC. So Donna says she hasn't heard good things about MSC. So I've been the biggest MSC hater. You guys know I'm always honest, sometimes to a fault. Like, these cruise lines probably hate me. Luckily, I don't care about collaborations. I don't want to collaborate because I like to be able to feel free to say the honest truth. They'll never want to Actually, MSC reached out to me to collaborate when they launched World America, and then they ghosted me. I got ghosted by MSC. I think they went and they looked at my content and saw that I had a terrible experience on Magnifica. And I was like, don't cruise Magnifica. I still stand on that. Do not cruise Magnifica. Don't cruise the old MSC ships, but the new ones, because I think you said you're going on Seashore. Seashore, Seascape, Seaside, amazing. Their private island, Ocean Key, amazing. MSC food, Worst of all the cruise lines by far. So I'm excited to see on World America if the food is better, because that's my biggest issue with MSC. If they can get their food game on point, they'll really up, I think, their estimation. Oh no, Maria, you hated World America. Why did you hate it? People say they like it. And by the way, MSC people, please stop telling me to do Yacht Club, right? Because every time I talk smack about MSC, they're like, oh, you have to do Yacht Club. That's just expensive. Oh my God. I just told you I spend a disgusting amount of money, but I'm also like that weird, like I'll spend a disgusting amount of money on certain things, but then other things I'm like, oh no, I'm going to be a penny pincher. Yacht Club is so expensive. So not going to do it, especially on World America, which is very, very expensive. Oh, Alex, you got a casino offer for Yacht Club? Okay, if MSC starts sending me Yacht Club offers for free at the casino, you're going to find your girl on MSC a whole lot more. And I'm only sailing them again because they finally offered World America. So stay tuned, but I'll be honest. But I do think MSC is good on their bigger, newer ships. Older ships, absolutely not. Don't do it. Don't do it. MSC is a good deal, right? So a lot of times that's why people book it. But Carnival's not that much more expensive, and sometimes Royal Caribbean's not that's much more expensive, and the food is so much better on Carnival and Royal Caribbean compared to MSC. I always tell folks go that route, but I really do like Ocean Key. I really do like the newer ships. I love their little chocolate shop with the coffee. It's expensive, but they have really good coffee, and I'm a coffee girl. Someone asked about my thoughts on the soda change. I'm not a soda drinker, so I don't care. The only soda I do occasionally drink is Mellow Yellow. I think that's like a Southern thing. So even though Carnival's switching from Pepsi to Coke, that just came out today, breaking news. They may have Mellow Yellow if they have the freestyle stuff, but also I don't necessarily want to be encouraged to drink soda. It's just a lot of like sugar and it's not good for you. So anyway, somebody said to put your prof hat on and give me your thoughts. And also the comments go so fast. It's hard for me to read it. I already lost it. My thoughts on Carnival. I actually want to do a long form YouTube video. Everyone's always like, oh my God, you talk so fast. Friends, I have like 30 to 60 seconds to say a lot on my TikTok and Facebook videos and reels and stuff. So yeah, I talk fast, and also viewer retention is a thing. But I also do make at least once, if not twice a week, videos long form on YouTube where you can slow down the pace. I don't have to rush, but I want to do a really long form video, really deep diving into the business analysis, because I'm fascinated about brand positioning, reputational value, customer loyalty, kind of goosing the stock price. I think there's kind of some of that at play. Co-branded relationships like Carnival and Barclays, which is the card, which is similar to the Barclays Frontier. I actually have a Frontier Barclays card. But there's a whole lot to dive into, and the whole psychology of the cruise culture, which is so different. And actually a reporter from the New York Times reached out to me for my thoughts on it. I was in Alaska. Carnival Spirit Wi-Fi was not great. I missed him not once but twice. So I almost had a chance to weigh in with the Wall Street Journal, but his deadline, so I missed it. But stay tuned. I think I am going to do a long form video on the business analytics and the psychology, because what irritates me is Christine Duffy, who's the Carnival bigwig, who is, I think, at the helm of this, is like, oh, well, this is more in alignment with airline mile and loyalty redemption programs. Friend, this is not an airline. People don't cruise for business, right? Airlines can get away with that crap, this pay-to-play stuff, for business travelers because their companies pay for it. And cruisers, we are cruising not for business in most cases. Actually, I do. I'm the rare exception. But still, I have my loyalties, and it does ding my perception of Carnival significantly. So yeah, but there's that. And then Carnival also is ticking me off. Somebody asked about it. They are charging for the water slides at Celebration Key, and it's $15. And I have a kid who loves water slides, and that definitely is a huge turnoff. And I'm not a drinker, but Carnival also ticks me off with the drink package. They're one of the few cruise lines that does not allow cruisers to redeem their drink package on their private islands. And it's crazy because even Princess does. And Princess is owned by Carnival Corporation. So they have the same parent company, but even Princess allows it, but Carnival doesn't. And then they still hold it against your 15 drink daily allotment, which I think is absolute nonsense. So that doesn't affect me, not a drinker. But It's BS, absolute BS. And then they're pool noodles. Yeah, somebody said 20, I think it's $16.99 to rent a pool noodle. I actually just went to Five Below right before this. I took my niece out for her birthday, and she always wants to go to Five Below. She just turned 10. And I'm doing a cruise essentials at Five Below. And by the way, I'll do a drawing here in a moment. You know, I get yapping. I can't help myself. Pool noodles are literally $1. Go to Five Below and buy $1 pool noodle. Don't rent Carnival's crusty ass used pool noodle for $16.99 plus tax. Like that's, come on, you're killing me with the nickel and diming. Like, come on. Tisha, I do have a port guide for Grand Turk, profmelissa.com. You can search, or you can just profmelissa.com/blog/Grand Turk. But let me go ahead and do a drawing really quickly. I'm going to do the Bahamas Rum Cake drawing. And I don't know if I saw my friend Simon on here. He's the owner of the Bahamas Rum Cake Factory. But I have a random number generator here. I'm not going to show you the entries because it has people's email addresses. I'm not going to like publicize that. But I had 1,500 entries. Had a lot of entries. All right. So here is random number generator 1 through 1582. I'll try to do this. I'm going to have it generate a number, and I'm going to look on my spreadsheet, and I'll tell you which one that equates to. Okay. I think I hit it. 670. So let me get my little spreadsheet. And I'll just tell you part of the name because I don't want to tell you someone's email address. But number 670 is Melissa. What a great name. Melissa Sanchez. So I will reach out to you. You are the winner of the rum cakes. And again, I'm not going to read your email address. I highly doubt you're on here. There's 263 people on here. Chances are slim that you're on here. But I will email you, Melissa. Actually, Kelly will. Kelly. Melissa Sanchez. I wrote it down, but just you know, my leaky brain syndrome over here. So that's the winner of the rum cakes. And the next I'm going to do 2 drawings in a moment for the luggage tags. And by the way, if you want to see a list of my favorite essentials, I do have them linked up here. I try a lot of stuff. I spend a disgusting amount of money on Amazon. And sometimes I find some hot garbage. I do not put that on there. I only put stuff that I actually try and use and like and recommend. You can also find other links in here too. And if you are interested in becoming a travel agent, links up here, or you can comment the word mystery right now in this live chat and I will send you all of the information. Hello to Bima from Philpott, Kentucky. I'm not sure where that is. Oh yeah, and Angie has a good point with the pool noodle. Yeah, bring your $1 pool noodle, bring it there, use it, and then leave it behind for someone else to use. Oh, wait, my friend Simon just messaged me. He always sends me voice messages. So hold on, I'm gonna listen to it. Hey, good. You get to hear that Bahamas voice.
I'm watching you.
Oh.
I sent out 4 comments, but you didn't see them, but I'm right on. I'm getting a few more.
Okay, so Simon is on here. And by the way, Simon, I love your accent. Simon is such an interesting guy. He's the guy that owns Bahamas Rum Cake Factory. And I've been so many times and made videos and stuff, so I've gotten to know him. So he's a friend now. And he's a born and raised Bahamian, but he travels a lot. So he sounds British. And yeah, so he's in the comments. So if anybody has any Bahamas rum cake questions or any Nassau questions, he has a house in Freeport. So Freeport questions too. Because I've only been to Freeport once. People ask me about Freeport and I'm like, I know a little bit about it, but not as much about it. I go to Nassau all the time. So I feel like I'm kind of like a Nassau pro. But if you have any questions about Nassau, life in the Bahamas, Freeport, Bahamas Rum Cake Factory, Simon is watching the comments and he's popping in here. So he'll try to respond to you directly. But yeah, definitely stop by. They make the rum cakes fresh and it smells so good. And I mentioned earlier, I don't typically love rum cakes because I am not a drinker. Part of me not being a drinker is I think alcohol just tastes disgusting. So I don't like rum. And a lot of rum cakes are super rummy, but these are the ones that are not particularly rummy. So I think a good, nice balance of flavor. But yeah, and I just learned this, if you are a drinker, if you buy a cake or pack of cakes from the Bahamas Rum Cake Factory, they give you a free shot. So there's like a little bar right next door. So you exit out and you get a little free rum shot. So that is nice. Mitchell says luggage type preference. Mitchell, let me tell you, game changer. I have it linked to my Amazon. I always told you, I'm a penny pincher, but I'm also an exorbitant wasteful spender. I'm such a weird dichotomy. Some things I'm like, take my money. Other things I'm like, ooh, no. Like I take my $69 Frontier flights and I will not like pay to check a bag. But then other things I'm like, oh, $1,000 in the casino? No problem. Such stupidity. But I always like was kind of a penny pincher when it came to luggage, and I always got like the cheap stuff, but I travel so much. Even the good cheap stuff, I was beating the hell out of it. So I finally upgraded to grown-up Samsonite luggage. I linked my favorite set up here. Game changer. First time I used it a few months ago, I'm rolling through the airport. I'm like, oh, it's like rolling like butter. You don't realize how good the good stuff is if you're used to the bad stuff. And like, I'll push it with one finger and be like, look, I can push my whole carry-on with one, and it just glides like butter. It's amazing. So definitely recommend the Samsonite. And it's not crazy expensive. And what I was spending on the cheap stuff and replacing it twice a year, I just do the one nice Samsonite. So holding up so far. So yeah, Kelly just dropped the link to the luggage tags in there. Definitely love the luggage tags. Brian, a good all-inclusive in Nassau. I have a very in-depth Nassau guide. Probably of all my guides, the most in-depth because I've been there the most at profmelissa.com/Nassau. And I actually have a customizable one too. If you go there, I have a customizable one. It's pay whatever you want. You can pay nothing, so technically it's free. Or you can throw, a little coin my way to fund my casino habit. By the way, comment jackpot, and you too can learn to be a degenerate casino wasteful gambler in the interest of getting free cruises. So comment jackpot, I'll send you that information. But anyway, I spend so much money in the casino sometimes and don't even, plan on it, but it's fun. It's an investment in future free cruises. And I completely lost my train of thought. See, I think about gambling and I'm like, oh yeah, it's so fun. But I gotta stop, right? I'm cruising on MSC this Friday. I'm leaving on World America. I already have so many free casino offers. I don't need any more. It's hard to justify, so I need to not anymore. But yeah, I remember now. The question was best in Nassau. So profmelissa.com/Nassau. There's my free port guide, but then there's my customizable port guide that I will make for you. You pay whatever price you think is fair. And I think the best all-inclusive, there's only really two big ones. Rio, I think, is way outdated. It's on Cabbage Beach, which I think is way too aggressive with the waves. I far prefer Breezes because it's Cable Beach. I hope I'm not getting this flipped. I always get this confused. It's on the less aggressive beach. And I think it is also a little dated, but the pool area is so much nicer. The pool and the beach area, I think, is significantly better than Rio. So big fan of Breezes. I actually have coming out tomorrow. I have a full length review video of Breezes. So check that out on my YouTube channel, which I also do cross post here onto Facebook. So you'll see all the stuff, the good, the bad, the ugly. I always give you guys my honest take. Kelvin, what do I play in the casino? I should play card games, table games, but I got hooked on those slots. And I like Mo Mummies, but it's never good to me. I recently got into Dragon Link because I think it has some of the best payouts. Huff and Puff, but that's high volatility game. So I actually won a hand pay on that in Europe on my Holland America cruise. That was really fun. Dancing drums. I had a really great run on Carnival Spirit last week. It was just, I hit a major, and like I feel like that little pot closes, and it's always a minor, and I actually hit a major, which was really exciting. So yeah, comment jackpot if you want casino information. Comment mystery if you want information on becoming a travel agent. Comment sneezy, SNEEZY, if you want information on travel insurance. And I am going to do 2 drawings next for the luggage tags. And then I will end with the Fugly backpack drawing. So let me pull up my little random number generator. And again, I had 1,582 entries. Melissa Sanchez, who was number 670. She won the Bahamas rum cake. So Simon, I'll be sending you Melissa's information so you can reach out to her and get her cakes. But I'm now going to draw for the luggage tag. So hopefully I can hit this button. 836. Let's see who the lucky winner is for the first set of luggage tags. And also, I'm so sorry. I'm so delayed on this live, you guys. Every day, I'm like, I'm going to do a live. And I just moved my daughter. Like, I'm a mess. Like, I got unpacked from Alaska, and like I still haven't fully done my laundry, and I got to turn around and pack for World America, and my summer class just wrapped, so I was frantically doing grading last week, so it's been a lot. All right, so the winner actually did not give me their name. I just have their email address, but I'm not gonna tell you the full thing, but it's S. Miller. So if you enter my entry and your email is S. Miller something, you are the first winner for the luggage tags. And then I'm going to draw the second one right now. Let's do it back to back. All right. So 1,582 entries. 671 is the winner. Let's see who this is. The winner is... Oh, that's crazy. It's literally a random number generator. The first winner was 670, and this is 671. That statistical odds of that, like, that's crazy. But it's MDC. I will not give you the full email address, but if that sounds like your email address, you are the winner of the second set of luggage tags. I did a bunch of lives when I was on Carnival Spirit and gave people the opportunity to enter to win. And yeah. Actually, you know what? We'll do another drawing for the next live because the keyword is still alive. So if you want to enter, I'll do more luggage tags, right? So if you want to enter my next giveaway, comment the word shipped, SHIPPED. Kind of a play on words, right? Like I shipped you the prize or cruise shipped. So comment the word shipped right now if you want to enter to win. I'll do another 2 sets of the luggage tags. Let me try to grab them for you. I think I have them right here. I'll show you. They're like really, really nice. I use them a lot. I don't always check my bags, but when I do, I love these things. Look at these. Love them. So this is what the 2 folks just won. And if you comment the word shipped, you'll get a DM sequence from me. Give me your email, and then I'll also send you my free cruise packing list and planning guide, and you'll be entered to win. Oh, this is from Carnival Conquest, my New Year's-ish cruise, but a pack of 8, right? So if you don't check your bags, you really have no need for these. But if you do check your bags, which I do if I embark a ship early, I don't want to schlep my bags around all day. So it keeps it much more secure, right? So you got these little metal things, like all of this. Yeah. So comment the word shipped, and I will have you enter to win. You can enter to win the luggage tags, and then I'll yap for a little bit more. And then we'll do the big drawing, which is for the Fugly backpack, which if you just want to buy it, it is on sale right now. You can find it in my Amazon storefront there. Again, I literally only put stuff in my storefront that I legitimately think is good stuff. I buy a lot of stuff that's not. Usually return it. But if it's not something that I believe in, I use myself and think is awesome, I do not put it in my storefront. So comment shipped if you want to enter to win. I'll do another live, definitely Sunday. Definitely try to do one from MSC, but I never know what the cruise ship Wi-Fi is going to be like, right? So like on Spirit, I did a few lives, but they got cut out. I don't know if it was Alaska or if it was Carnival Spirit, which has seen better days. I did a Carnival Spirit ship review. I don't know if you saw that. Not my favorite ship. It's okay. It needs some work, even though it just came out of dry dock. That's my other issue with Carnival. I think they don't maintain their ships as nicely as a lot of the other cruise lines do. So yeah, if you want to check your bags, you can enter to win these. I will try to do a live from MSC. I want to give you guys like the grand tour of World America. Very excited. I think that's going to be the biggest ship I've ever been on because I've done Mardi Gras, Jubilee, Celebration, but I think I looked at the tonnage. I think in the capacity, I think World America is significantly bigger than those. And I have yet to do Royal Caribbean. They're playing with me. They give me crappy casino offers until recently. I haven't done Royal in over a year now. I like Royal. People are always like, you hate Royal. I don't. I like Royal. It's one of my favorites. It's up there. But they send me like Independence of the Seas for a 4-day Bahamas. And no offense, Simon, I love Nassau, but I've been to Nassau. I go to Nassau like monthly. So at this point, I'm like trying to diversify my cruise port visits. But if Royal would send me better offers, I would like cruise with them more often. But casino players, by the way, comment jackpot. I'll send you all my casino guide. I don't gatekeep. I give you all the insider secrets about how to get free casino cruises. But man, Royal Caribbean just upped the ante, so to speak. They sent an offer, not just for a free room, but 2 free rooms. So I've been trying to take my mom and stepdad on a cruise. They haven't been on a cruise since 2018. We did a big family cruise. And my mom at the time, she had hip issues, so she was in a wheelchair. So I really got an insider look at like how difficult it is. I know cruising is more friendly for cruisers and scooters and wheelchairs and mobility issues, but it still is tough. It's tough. And she should have just rented a scooter, but my stepdad was like pushing her around manually, which was tough. And like at ports, like we went to Nassau and just like trying to push her around was tough. But she has lost like 50 pounds. She got hip replacement surgery. And at 60, I think she's 65. Yeah, 64, 65. She's in better health than like ever. And so I'm excited for her to go on a cruise now that she's mobile and can walk around, and she quit smoking 2 years ago. So she is like killing it. I'm very proud of her. So I'm excited for her to take a cruise where she doesn't have all these like limitations and stuff. So I've been looking for a cruise, but I want to buy it for them as a gift. And I'm like, oh, Royal Caribbean, 2 free rooms. So I'm going to do that. So I booked it for November. I think it is like Freedom of the Seas or Independence. Oh, it's Radiance. Radiance is what it is. Radiance of the Seas. So I'm going to be cruising Radiance in November with my kids and my mom and my stepdad. So it'll be really fun to take them. And maybe I just need to spend more with Royal Caribbean. Maybe that's why they're so stingy with their casino offers with me. But man, every time I get a Club Royale email, I'm like, please have Icon. I got Utopia once and it sold out so fast I didn't get it. And I want Star of the Seas, but I'm a little fish with Royal Caribbean. So anyway, comment jackpot if you want to learn about free casino cruising. Keith, best thing to do in Nassau. Actually, Simon, if you're on here, you want to chime in. You know all the stuff outside of the touristy things, because I do have a comprehensive guide at profmelissa.com/Nassau. And it's John Watling's distillery. I love Nassau because like there's so much you can walk to, right? So I actually put together a little Google walking map. So you can get off the port, hang a left. I always say go to Bahamas Rum Cake Factory first. There is a museum of Junkanoo in the port, but it's not free. I mean, that's okay. So if you want to do the museum, you can do the museum, hang a left, do the Bahamas Rum Cake Factory, kind of left-ish, and you can go to Queen's Staircase and Fort Finn Castle. Loop around. You can do Great Cliff, John Watling's Distillery, the Nassau Pirate Museum. If you really want to hoof it, it's a little far. You can do Fish Fry, but that's pretty far. I wouldn't recommend doing that. And then you can end it like Junkanoo Beach. Not a big fan of the public part because it is so crowded and aggressive vendors and people sell you drugs, offer to sell you drugs. Someone asked me if I wanted to build a snowman. I'm like, sir, I don't see any snow here, just sand. Oh wait, I don't think you literally mean that. But yeah, you probably will be offered the sale of drugs. I'm sorry, Simon. I love Nassau. I love the Bahamas, but y'all love your drugs there. And that is not for me. No judgment though, right? But they will offer to sell you drugs. So I always recommend in Nassau if you want a beach day, and that is a great place for a beach day, go the resort pass option. So if you go to profmelissa.com/Nassau, you'll find all of my recommendations there. Angela, you have a casino comp and you get to choose between Carnival, Holland, and Princess. I haven't sailed Princess yet, but I love Holland. Holland is definitely older people, but it's fun older people. And I just did a full-length, fully honest, good, bad, ugly review about Holland America on my YouTube channel. I think it was 2 episodes ago. So go check that out, and you'll see my full take on why I love Holland. Absolutely love it. And by the way, too, if you are already a casino player, make sure you are matching your offers. All you have to do is get one offer, right? So if you've only ever sailed one cruise line, if you have one offer, there's a way you can get the other cruise lines to match it. So if you comment jackpot, I'll send you all of that information. And someone asked about Virgin. I love Virgin. Huge fan of Virgin. My only beef with Virgin is that they have limited itineraries. It's always Bimini, Nassau, Cozumel. Bimini, and I love those places, especially Nassau and Cozumel. I go all the time. But I get tired of going to the same places, right? I just did Alaska, and I did Europe, and even went to Tunisia. I like to do those things too, and not just go to the same places over and over again. So I don't cruise them as often as I otherwise would. I do have them booked for, I think, next April, because they did send me a free balcony on a matched casino offer. Again, comment jackpot, I'll send you that information. I love Virgin, kid-free. It's actually not as expensive as people think. I always get frustrated because they'll go to Virgin and look at an itinerary and they're like, oh my God, it's so expensive. No way. So your girlfriend. Like, look at the fact that gratuities are included, right? So if you're looking at, say, a princess sailing, right? Don't just look at the rate, but you have to add into the princess rate gratuities, basic Wi-Fi, the soft drink package, right? And then compare it apples to apples, because sometimes it might not be as different as you think. And if you catch one of their really awesome, I forget what they're called, but like maybe it's flash sale, but a couple times a year Virgin does as low as $99 per cruiser per night deal. It's smoking deal. I pushed it pretty heavily. I don't normally push cruise deals because I I'm a travel agent. I only book myself. By the way, comment mystery if you want information on that. But it was such a good deal. I wanted to share it, and it was selling like hotcakes, but it ended. They'll probably offer it again at some point in the future. But oh my God, Wendy, yes. She said, I love Virgin, but I wish the menus and the restaurants would change. Girl, I first sailed Virgin 2 years ago and got my one and only tattoo on Scarlet Lady. I got it matching with my daughter. It's the same menu, literally. Holland too. Holland, I just sailed Europe, and it's literally the same menu as when I first sailed them 3 years ago. It's like, come on, you guys are killing your frequent cruisers. Like, I don't need it changed every month, but 3 years, 2-3 years, change that ish up for real. But anyway, it's 9 o'clock. I got a lot to do. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to do one more drawing, and then I'll answer a few more questions. You guys, I love talking ship. It's like the most fun thing. I could just literally talk about this all day, as you know. But all right, I'm going to do the last drawing. All right, for the backpack, and then I'll answer a few more questions, and then I'll get off here. All right, our last winner. 3. Oh my gosh. The third, so the early entrant here. And that is, gotta go way up here. Jessica Evans. Jessica Evans, you are the winner of the Fugly backpack. All right, so we have our 4 winners, by the way, too. I'm going to be doing another drawing whenever I get around to doing a live. I will try on MSC if the Wi-Fi is not dog poo. So comment shipped, SHIPPED, if you want to enter to win one of my favorite cruise essentials, which is the 8-pack luggage tags. Again, it's linked up in my thing here. And also too, I do want to mention, if you have a cruise booked, I do not book people. I am a travel agent. I only do it to earn commission on my own trips to help subsidize my cruising habit and my casino problem. But if you're interested in becoming a travel agent to book other people or yourself, comment mystery, and I will send that to you. But I do have a couple of booking partners who do bookings. They're amazing. One of them is on here now. It's Kelly. She just went to Alaska with me. They're both named Kelly, but this is Kelly with EY. But we do takeovers too. So if you booked a cruise, up here you'll find our takeover form. If you booked a cruise direct and you want to work with a travel agent, basically what happens, she'll take over your booking if it's eligible. Not all takeovers are eligible. You have to be within the final payment. You haven't made your final payment, whatever. But one of the Kellys will get a commission on it, and they will give you part of that commission as an onboard credit, as a perk. We do not do takeovers from other travel agents. That is shady. It's taking food out of someone else's mouth when they worked really hard for it. We don't do that. But you definitely want to do, if you have a direct booking. So then you have help, right? So someone to advocate for you. They can watch your fare, help notify you if the fare drops, if you're still eligible within that window. If something goes sideways, they can help you. They'll give you expert advice. And someone asked me about my backdrop. Actually, it's super easy. The problem is I ended up having to staple. I have some videos. There's like a random tile missing. I got these on Amazon. I think I actually have them in my Amazon store. They're just plastic. I mean, not super high quality, like plastic panels. And I use like a Gorilla Glue double-sided tape to put them on the wall. And they did pretty well, but after 6 months, they started to burp, burp. So I had to take my little staple gun. I actually keep it. It's right here. And I'm like, staple it. You can't see it. It looks good on camera. So pretty easy to install. The hard part, though, was like up against like edges and like light switches. It's kind of awkward, so like you have to cut around it weirdly, but you just cut them with like scissors or I actually just use scissors, or you can use an X-Acto knife. So random questions, but yeah, people do say it reminds them of the Epcot ball. Tammy, Priceline is not considered another agent, I don't think, but submit the form and we'll look into it and see. And yeah, and check that out. Oh, is Batsy on here? Yay! Batsy's had a bad day. You guys say hi to Batsy. Oh, hi, my love. I miss him. He was here and he just left. God, it feels like 400 years ago. You just left what? Saturday? Sunday? What is today? Monday? I don't know, you guys. I'm still like in cruise world where every day's blurs today. But Batsy is going on World America with me, and his brother is coming. And by the way, his brother's really shy, but his brother is single. He's a cutie. So if anyone's going on World America, any single ladies who is looking for love, you know, Bati's bro will be on there. So, you know, maybe you can do a little love connection, right? I'm a terrible matchmaker. I was actually telling Bati about this the other day. Literally the worst matchmaker. I've tried so many times because I love love. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm freaking terrible at it. Yeah. So, oh, somebody was saying coffee. You guys, I heard, is this true? That I think it's Norwegian has Nespresso makers. Probably not in every room. There's no way. Probably sweets. I love Nespresso makers. I actually got one for Bati for birthday, Christmas, anniversary or something a while ago. So he fell in love with the Nespresso maker too. But that would be nice because that coffee is expensive now. Ellen, yes, Carnival today announced they are switching from Pepsi to Coke. I know it looks like you're sad about that, but I know a lot of people seem to be happy about it. I'm not a soda drinker. I don't really care. The only thing I wish is that coffee drinks were offered in their own package because I would never ever pay for the drink package because Bati and I don't really drink. Once in a while we will, or we'll do like a virgin, like kiss on the lips. We love virgin kiss on the lips, but I would pay for, and I don't drink soft drinks, so I'm not going to buy like a soft drink or a bubbles type package, but I wish they offered like a coffee package because we tear up some coffees. Your daughter loves Bati's smile. Your daughter better be like 9 or something, girl. I'm coming after my man. Oh, you guys, this is so funny. This is so inappropriate, but you don't mind. So Bati has been hustling his tail off. He's been very busy today. He's had a bad day. But he was going through and like organizing some of his stuff and he found some of his like childhood papers. This is so funny. And it was like, what's your favorite color? And his favorite color is blue. And it was like, what's your favorite animal? You guys, I need you to guess. I need you to guess in the comment what Bati's favorite animal was as a child and apparently still is to this day as a grown up. Just venture a guess. I'll give you a moment. But I about died. He sent it to me and I was like, oh, you have got to be kidding me. Anyway, I'll spoil it. It was a cougar. And look, we do have a little tiny age gap. We're both born in the same century, but a little bit of an age gap. Teensy. But I did not choose the cougar life. It chose me. I just happened to fall in love with someone who is a little bit younger than me, but it works. He's the boomerest boomer, I always say, ever. So yeah. Someone asked about Royal. I think Royal is Coke. If I recall correctly, they do the freestyle machines. I'm like 99% sure they're Coke. I haven't cruised Royal in a while. Someone asked about Helen. Do you have to spend a certain amount to get a casino comp? That is a very difficult question to answer and very complex. So I have that in my guide. So comment jackpot and I will send you that information. I have a casino guide, a guide to free casino cruises. I also have a YouTube video if you prefer to just listen, and that's embedded on that guide too. So yeah, so comment jackpot and I'll send it to you. But anyway, it's 9/11. I have so much to do. I need to wash my hair. I have so much to do. But stay tuned. Bati and I'm also bringing my youngest daughter and my niece. So God help me. The 2 surly tweens. It is not the most fun sometimes cruising with tweens. Oh yeah, and by the way, Bati had never cruised with tweens before. He's like the best stepdaddy ever, future stepdaddy. But on Jubilee, those tweens were testing my man. They were testing him. He's never spent that much time with the tweens because my niece is really close to my daughter. They're like sisters, so she's always with me on cruises and stuff. And they were working his last nerve. So I'm like, you get used to it. Cause like, that's what life is like with tweens. And they're always, it's a lot. If you have a 12-year-old or an 11-year-old, God bless you. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. But it'll be me, my daughter, my niece, the tweens. It'll be Bati and Bati's brother. Again, his brother is single. I wish he would let me put his picture. He's a cutie. I mean, no one's cute. As cute as my Bati. But he's a cutie. He's a little older than Bati, actually. He's like mid-30s. So anyway, maybe I can make a little love connection. We'll see. But yeah, stay tuned for our World America. We'll try to do some lives. William, yes, you can still bring Pepsi on the cruise ship. So if you are a Pepsi fan, you don't want to deal with the conversion to Coca-Cola, you can bring, but it has to be packaged, right? It can't be like, a 2-liter or something that's open. And there are certain requirements and stuff too. So yeah, so Susan, Diet Coke is coming back to Carnival. John Heald, who's the brand ambassador for Carnival, he just said later this summer. No idea what that means, but I will be on a Carnival ship next, Carnival Sunrise, which is the poop cruise. You guys didn't know that. I just watched the poop cruise documentary on Netflix. I saved it for Bati, right? So Kelly and I were in Alaska. I so badly wanted to watch it, but I'm like, no, Bati's coming to visit. I'm going to save it for him. And so we like cuddled up and watched it in bed. And that was the first cruise we took. I didn't realize Triumph was renamed Sunrise. And that was the first cruise that Bati and I ever went on together, and his first ever cruise. So even though it's the poop ship with the poop deck, and it actually does literally smell like poop. Like literally there was a deck on Sunrise that smells like poop. But that's true of a lot of Carnival ships. I say these things casually and people are like, why do you love Carnival so much? I'm like, I don't know. I just do. They're fun. It smells like poop, but it adds to the ambiance. But that was the first cruise we ever did. And that is going to be my next cruise after MSC. We're doing Celebration. June 30th, Celebration Key. So you'll get all of my information on there. Kelly said the next giveaway should be a date with Bati's brother. That would be fun. That would be fun. But I like Sunrise. Other than the deck, I think it's like deck 5 smells like poop. It's like eau de poo, right? You're like chilling down the hallway. You're like, smells like sewage. But you just, stay away from that area. But I did not know that was the poop cruise. I was dying. I was like, oh my God. And then I sent it to my sisters because we're doing a big family cruise. There's like 15 of us on that one. And I took a picture of the documentary where I was like, Carnival spent $115 million to refurbish Triumph and is now sailing under the name Sunrise. I'm like, no. So I took a picture and I sent it to my sisters. I'm like, we're going to be on the poop ship. So anyway, by the way, those people on that documentary were a little extra. I don't know if you've watched it yet. If you haven't, you've got to watch it, especially if you even remotely like cruising. But the people were kind of like silly, right? Like they didn't do the muster drill. Some of them were just focused on getting hammered. Like people were like, it was like Lord of the Flies, like hoarding food. It was not a great case study in human behavior when society breaks down. Let's just say that. But yeah, Carnival, sometimes they don't maintain their ships like they should, in my opinion. I've had a few issues with non-well-maintained Carnival ships. And so, yeah, I'm not deterred. Sunrise, it's deterred, D-E-T-U-R-D, spell it that way. I'm not deterred. I like Sunrise. I've been on there. And people are acting so weird about pooping in a bag. It's like, come on, have you never been camping? Like, have you ever shit in the woods? Just poop in a bag. Who cares? Like, get over it. Oh yeah, the 3 girls and the chef. That chef. Oh my God. He's on TikTok, by the way. He keeps popping up in my feed. He was the MVP. Let's just say if you haven't watched the Poop Cruise documentary, I don't want to spoil it, but he makes a really interesting comparison with lasagna. So he is on TikTok and he's kind of weighing in, and he is the funniest guy. Sandra, I am doing Sunshine out of Norfolk. It's confusing. I'm doing Sunrise. So my next cruise is MSC World America this Friday. We fly down Thursday. We're going to stay in Miami, sail out of Port Miami Friday. That's an 8-dayer. Come back home for 3 weeks-ish, then turn around and do my big family cruise out of Miami, Sunrise. And that is Celebration Key and, Nassau? I think there's another, I don't know. I think it's 2 private islands. It might be Princess Key or Half Moon Key. I think it's Half Moon Key. And then Kelly and I are doing Sunshine out of Norfolk. People always say you say it wrong. It's like Norfolk, which I love the F word, so I should have no problem saying that. Norfolk. And we might drive down to that one. By the way, you guys, please help me talk Bati out of this nonsense. This is insane. So our MSC World America cruise is Friday. You guys understand, I live in the Cincinnati area. He lives in Chicago land, right? This man and his brother want to drive to Miami. Would you guys please explain to him that this is not the move? The Frontier flight that I have booked for myself and the tweens is $74 per person. And it's a 2-hour and 44-minute flight. And he really, really, really wants to drive. So he's going to leave Chicago, probably Wednesday, drive here, which is great, spend the night, hang out here, and then drive to Miami. And that is like 22 hours with no stops. So I really do need you guys in the comments right now to tell Bati that he is absolutely insane. Babe, I love you, but that's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Sunshine, you said you're on August 5th. Kelly, that's around when ours is. Mine all start to blur together. Wait, actually, I started a little database of all my cruises. Oh, I can tell you. Wait. Sunshine. No, we are August 31st. Oh, I got a whole month between cruises. That is unacceptable. So I'll tell you my cruises that are coming up. Just don't hold me to it. This is why I don't publicize it, because I would feel really bad if somebody booked a cruise thinking I was going to be on it and then something happens and I don't, because I don't cancel a lot, but sometimes with free casino offers, it's easier to cancel when you're like, oh, I'm out $200 for port fees. But I have World America this week, Carnival Sunrise, July 31st. That's my big family, 15 of us. Sunshine, August 31st. That's Norfolk, Bermuda, overnight. I'm excited. I love overnight calls. I wish they weren't so rare. And then, I don't know why I booked this one, because it's on Freedom. Freedom's kind of a dog of a ship. It's fine. I think I had a casino offer, and I think it's like $500 in free play, which, by the way, comment jackpot. I'll send you casino info. I think I was wooed by the free play, and I think it's a balcony. It was a little short. Oh, yeah, it is a balcony. Carnival Freedom, September 18th. But if something better comes along, if Royal Caribbean quits playing and offers me a really good, like, icon class, I'll dump that one in a heartbeat. And then fall break, my tweens, they love the Excel ships on Carnival. It's their absolute favorite. So I have Carnival Celebration booked for their fall break in October. They always just want to do the Excels, and I love the Excels, so I'm fine with that. And then I do have Royal Caribbean's Radiance of the Seas. I'm doing, again, my mom and stepdad, I'm taking them on that great casino 2 free room offer, November 3rd. And then Kelly and I, we have a Celebrity Beyond. So we did Celebrity in February. It was okay. Silhouette. But I got a free bounce back offer from the casino. Comment jackpot. I'll send you casino info. And I'm like, you know what? I'll do Celebrity again, but it has to be a bigger, newer, nicer ship. So Celebrity Beyond was an option. So I booked that. And then we're doing Holland America Line Rotterdam, Panama in early December. Bati is not excited about that one. I booked that with one of my best friends from like 2nd grade, Lisa. And she has her own room. I have my own room. And I also need you guys to convince Bati that Panama, I don't know why he's such a Panama hater. It's like a bucket list. Like the Panama Canal is a man-made human marvel. It's a wonder of like the most amazing thing. I'm also a nerd. So I'm like, oh, the locks and the switches and the engineering of it is fascinating. But also it's like Costa Rica and Colombia and like some countries that I've done Costa Rica, but I haven't done Colombia. But yeah, I'm trying to get him excited about Panama. And then I do have a Virgin cruise I just recently booked for my daughter's birthday. I think March, so it'll be a little early birthday. So that's kind of what I have in the hopper. I don't have much booked for 26. I'm holding out hope that Royal Caribbean will quit playing around and give me a good offer. I definitely want to squeeze in a Margaritaville, the Seas girls trip. And just to see if it's as bad as everybody says. But like I always say, a bad day at sea is usually better than a good day on land. So you got to have a good attitude about it. And then someone said what to do in Bermuda. I don't know yet because I haven't been. I think it's going to be more of like a beach days experience. We'll see. So stay tuned for that. I'll write a port guide on that. Oh, someone said Squid Game is on. I hate to disappoint you. I did not like it. I binged it with my daughter. She loves, I know a 12-year-old should not be watching Squid Games. Parenting fail, but the tween loves it. And it's the only thing she'll do with me. She's too cool to hang out with me. She used to love to travel with me. She was my little buddy, my little travel buddy. She would cruise with me anywhere, all the time. And then she turned like 10, 11, and now, she's too cool for mom. So I can't get her to like even say boo to me. So if she wants to sit and binge watch crappy season 3 of Squid Game, I'm going to do it. So we watched it. I did not love it. So yeah. And someone said, how do I afford to cruise so much? Because I am an idiot and I spend money in the casino. That's why. Comment jackpot. I'll send you information. But basically, long story short, go on one cruise, go hard in the casino, know what you're doing, read my guide, get one offer, and then use my system to get the other cruise lines to match that offer, and you'll have more free cruises than you know what to deal with. And when I say free, of course, you spend money in the casino, you pay for port fees and taxes. But we just did Alaska, which that's expensive port fees and taxes. And it was like $480, I think, each for port fees and taxes. And we had a balcony and we had drinks on us everywhere. So didn't enjoy the alcohol, but I enjoyed the free coffee drinks. I'm a coffee drinker. So, Tammy, I thought about Margaritaville of like, sorry, Bati, getting all of my girls together and doing like a girls trip and like publicizing it. Only the girlies, right? Like especially if you've never taken a trip without your guy. I just did a TikTok about it, and I think it resonated with people about like, take the trip, right? Because like Bati did not want to go to Alaska. And I'm like, that's okay. You don't like cold. You know, I'll go with my friend Kelly, and we had a great time. And I also was rubbing it in his face that it was like 80 degrees the whole time. I'm like, look how gorgeous this is, and you missed it. But I always encourage girls, take the trip. Go by yourself, right? Because I like have my friends I cruise with, but they're like, girl, we have like traditional jobs and like younger children. We can't just like get away all the time like you do. And so I'm like, fine, I'll go by myself. So I always say I should do like a girls Margaritaville at Sea ship show, because we know it's gonna be bad, but we're gonna have fun nonetheless. And you can only come on it if you're gonna have a good ass attitude about it. So anyway, I am gonna log off here. Again, jackpot for casino information, mystery if you want travel agent information, sneezy if you want travel insurance information. My Amazon link is up here, and also my takeover link. So if you have booked a cruise direct and you want us to look at taking it over, we'll throw you some free onboard credit. And also comment shipped, last call, comment shipped, SHIPPED if you want to enter my live drawing giveaway for my next live. So we're doing live now, you'll enter. And next live, I'll probably give away 2 sets of this. And congratulations to the 4 people who won. I gave away a 6-pack of Bahamas cakes, the Fugly backpack, and 2 sets of these. And I think I might, this next freebie Friday, stay tuned, because I think I might do a giveaway for my Samsonite luggage. It's expensive, but I want to do like a fun one. And then also I do have a free cruise. I have a certificate. That's always really popular. There's a ton of blackout dates, but it's still a free cruise. It's like a 4 or 5 day. I'm going to do that one probably again soon. So thanks for tuning in. It is a school night for working adults. So 9:30, and Bati likes to make fun of me because I'm usually asleep by now. He's probably like, girl, why are you awake? He stays up till like 1 in the morning and then sleeps really late. I go to bed at like 9 and I'm up at like 5 a.m. Like, I have ideas. Let's get to work. We're so different in so many ways. But anyway, thank you for tuning in and talking ship. If I just popped up in your feed and you like cruise stuff, please follow me. If you don't like cruise stuff, don't follow me, because you will be sorely disappointed, because that is literally all I ever talk about. I love to talk ship. And thank you for talking ship with me, and have a good night, my